just say this over here. I'll make a little mini that just says stairs. And who's the stair gonna be? Oh, it's a bugbear. It's a bug stair.
Bug stairs.
That's the stairs going up to the. Let me put it over here.
Greenspan.
What was that?
I think the bugbear is the thing that decapitated Greenspan.
Oh yeah.
Is that him? He's an ugly bug stare. How about we roll to recap?
Okay.
12.
I got a 4. 15. So I'm assuming that's me. So we worked out a deal with the Rakshasa. What's his name? Quesna. Quizno subs. And he blew up Goosefire's building. We made a not so discreet escape all throughout the city, dumping hot tub water on unsuspecting citygoers. Blasting Jamiroquai all the way. Where did we end up? We were trying to find a place to park, and then we ended up landing in the water. We were
the Fang is super fast, but you burned through like 2/3 of your fuel.
That's right. Low on fuel, looking for a place to dock. We ended up going in the water. Then we were going to go through this checkpoint, deciding what we were going to do. We kind of just did that idly for like 3 hours. Decided we weren't going to do that almost right before actually getting searched. And where did we decide to go after that?
Pop-up.
The pop-up, that's right. So we went to Ballstar, entered the spell thing first, so it kind of got subconsciously designed in his likings.
Do you remember what it was?
It was like a Chuck E. Cheese of like shame, right?
Kinda. It was like animatronic. You said that there was animatronic scenes of Raybach teaching Ballstar in the wilderness.
Hard
as
life.
if it was a animatronic Bible park, but with like the lessons that Raybach bestowed onto Ballstar.
Mom, can we go to Ballstar's hard life lessons? Sure. Okay, so we kind of got our bearings from there, and then we were just like in like a big parking garage, right? Basically.
Kind of empty lot.
Yeah. So
the airship hadn't landed.
that's right.
So it's hovering 30 feet up. It's got stealth mode on, so it's kind of harder to see. And there's like a rope ladder that was dropped down.
That's right. And then as we were coming in, Glitter gave us like a little look, gave us like a shh sign, and let us know something was going on inside. We walk inside, and there's Valentine, and Zolhart talking to Goosefire. It seems like they're having a heated exchange. We kind of get the sense that Goosefire's bullshitting Val. We tried to play along, and it didn't go well. And then,
It wasn't really that. The conversation was last time we talked to Quesnef. He promised that he would cut all ties with the Lord of Blades,
right.
and you get like blow the whistle or whatever that you saw down there. So you assume that Val was in the midst of talking to Goosefire about like, why would you sever ties with this? Like, we're making a lot of money. We're both making a lot of money doing this. Why would you cut ties? You're gonna tell me to go up there and tell them that we're gonna hypnotize? They're gonna kill me, Goose. Goosefire was trying to play it cool, but he didn't really know what they were talking about. Zalhart was quiet the whole time and had a cloak over his head.
Okay. So, just based on our interaction there, we have no reason to believe that Val ever knew that Quesnef was pretending to be Goosefire.
Not that, no, yeah, it seems like Val thinks that Goosefire was Goosefire the whole time.
Okay.
Shit kind of broke bad as soon as you were trying to make plans to be like, okay, no look, well, how about you tell us, we'll go back with you to talk to the Lord of Blades or something, and they're like, let's sabotage him, the Lord of Blades, while we're there under like diplomatic or whatever, I think is what you guys were talking about. Val was not about that. I think there was like a bluff check that was rolled that went really, really bad. Val saw that you guys knew something, like a connection between him and the Warforged. Decided that maybe it was time to bug out, and he just put three. The combat broke out when he drew. Drew 2 of his hand crossbows, did 3 shots in the Goosefire, and then leapt back. Well, Zalhart, he's like, "Come on, Zalhart, let's go!" And Zalhart undid the cloak. And you remember what
Can you
the big reveal there was?
Yeah, he's all cyborgy, right? Like his whole head.
Yeah, he was flat-headed.
Oh man.
He started like bulking out, all cyborgy.
Well,
What?
we'll be able to see how like brain dead they are after they get that happen to them. What if he's just like even more gregarious and helpful than he was?
So yeah, let's roll some initiative.
Alright.
Initiative emotions.
Nice.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Am I missing? Okay, Quincy, what you got?
1. Every time you get up.
Oh.
I know it's fine.
Right, Quincy got just a 1-1 period.
Just, I rolled a 2 minus 1.
Oh god, okay. Terrence, what you got?
8.
8. Ballstar.
16.
For Melina.
16.
On-off got a 10. Alan Greenspan.
Well,
Can you guys hear me alright?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Super far away.
You sound just fine.
Alright, back. Barbalina or Ballstar?
Barbalina. Ballstar's slow.
just turn the lights out.
Who?
Bartolina.
Alright. At the top, gonna be Bartolina.
Bartolina!
You player.
Shoot, should she just turn the lights out? Oh,
Sure. Okay.
well, Zalhar will probably be fine though. Zalhar will probably see.
Chris, just play her.
Alright. Alright, she's making coffee, so I'm gonna play her turn this time. Let's see.
Actually, before all this, I'm gonna say Val Valentine is gonna resolve his 3 attacks on Goosefire, unless anybody has a reaction that they want to use.
No, I got nothing.
Man. I wanted to cast Hold Person last time, but
That's what I got cooking.
I don't think that was. I don't know.
Yeah, with the 1 initiative,
Yeah.
you definitely think about.
Maybe. Just maybe.
The hit, a natural 20, and a 10. All 3 hit.
Okay.
As his hands go lightning fast, just like with hand crossbows. You don't really hear anything. They're relatively silent. You see, he's got. They're all the crossbows he has are drastically different. Or 2 of the crossbows, like one of them is like real sleek looking, and it's like a dark wood. The other one is like kind of gaudy with a whole bunch of like tarnished silver, and there's like a shrunken head that's dangling from one of his hand crossbows. But his third one isn't really a hand crossbow at all. It's like this little handled gadget that he shoots out, and like Batman, he's got those little like grappling hook things that
Yeah.
shoot out and like got claws.
One damn.
Yeah, he's got one of those. He shoots it out, and it grasps at Goosefire's. Well, he's not really wearing anything. He's just kind of wearing a towel. Oh, he had a suit here. Yeah, he just goes for his face. I think the crit was on the claw shot. But let's see. I'll just do medium. That is what? 10, 20. Medium, 31 damage to Goose.
Dang.
And then he begins to disengage, but it's not really his turn, so we'll go up to the top of Barb. As soon as Val does that, it looks like he's turning to run back to the staircase, the button stairs.
Yeah, alright. She's gonna cast Eye Bite.
Alright.
So she's gonna target Val with the effect of unconscious.
What does he have to roll?
Wisdom.
You got a 17.
Do you know what her thing is?
I think it's 16.
Do you know what her deal is?
It's her.
How do you calculate it?
It's her
Michael, do you want,
charisma plus. Sure. Charisma plus
do you want sugar?
proficiency
No. Yeah, it's
plus 8.
Charisma plus proficiency plus 8.
Yeah.
Michael,
So-
do you want sugar?
No.
Yeah, I believe that's a success then. I think it was 16.
16?
Yep.
Okay. So, I think, does he still take any damage or anything? Let's see.
Let's see. Nope. It's just the that's just the end of her turn.
Okay. She shoots it out.
With glam shot.
Whether Doc Watt or just sheer stupidity, he manages to graze by the eye bite. Here's the vault door.
I'm gonna do hold person at a higher level to try to hold both of them boys. That's gonna be a wisdom save of 18.
Okay. Val Valentine got a 26.
That'll
It's
do.
all hard. A 19.
They're fine.
Shit! Somebody do something.
Everybody's throwing spells, but they're just rolling off of them. Val Valentine's turn. He is. He sees. Man, Terrence is definitely warming up a spell, and he's pretty squishy. So Val is going to step into Terrence's personal space, quick draw all three of those pen crossbows. The first one, the Shrunken Screamer, is going to go to Terrence while he's in his space. Or not in his space, but he's going to, like within 5 feet, close range. That's a 26 or 28.
Probably hits.
Yeah.
That's a 11 piercing damage and 6 necrotic. Then he's going to go for Vane. That's a 21.
That misses, doesn't it? For you?
It's a match. My AC is 21.
So he's still hit. It's just 11 piercing damage, but I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Cool, sorry.
9.
You fail. At the beginning of each of your turns, you lose 1d10 of bleed damage.
Okay.
There's no save for this. You have to spend an action to do a medicine check on yourself to staunch the wound. As that happens, he sees that Vane hits, and then he's going to hit for Vane one more time then. He's not going to do the claw shot.
Staunch the Wound sounds like a Christian metal band.
What?
Staunch the Wound sounds like a Christian metal band.
Absolutely. Staunch the Stigmata. Their first album, Stigmata, for sure. Plus 11, and you rolled 10 both times. So that's going to be, let's see, 7 piercing damage, and then I need you to roll another Constitution saving throw.
The attack roll hit.
Yeah, you got a 21. The
Okay.
same thing you got last time.
Okay. 16.
Okay. That 1d10 becomes 2d10 at the beginning of each of your turns. After that, he's going to use his bonus action called Evasive Fire, which means he can move half speed away from the target after he hits somebody with it if he's in melee. And this does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So he's going to slip by you. 5, 10, 15.
Would Alan get a swipe
No, it's,
What?
he doesn't provoke. He just does that.
from anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the evasive fire. He just uses that as a distraction to slip by everybody as he kind of twirls. And that's his half speed movement for evasive fire, and then he's just gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. He's at the very, very top of the staircase. You can still see him. That's Val's turn. Alan Greenspan.
Alright, let's move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
No, it's a attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
That is 19. Okay. Zalhart has the Sentinel feat, so once he hits you, your speed is reduced to 0. 16 damage as Zalhart just turns and just punches you once. Bam! Just 16 bludgeoning damage as he's got these spiked knuckles on.
I guess I will try and... I can still attack it, right? It's just my speed is 0?
Yeah.
Alright, I will swing. First one is 23.
23 is a hit.
Then 19.
19 is a hit as well.
And 14.
14 is a fist.
So 20 total.
20 total? Okie doke. Yeah, you hit him. He hits you once, and you just turn around as he takes all of your attention, and you do your attacks on him. He's trying to get out of the way. He's just kind of in a boxer's stance at this point. He's huge, like he's grown almost magically enlarged. But he's easy to hit. Not easy, but you managed to get 2 easy hits on him. He tries to duck out of the third one. Or he does duck out of the third one. And you notice around him, his eyes start to grow like this sickly yellow color, just piercing. And you see little bolts of electricity just kind of around his little field. Or just kind of buzzing around his form. That's going to take us to on off. Fuck. What's on off going to do? I guess he sees a sneak attack, so he's going to do a sneak attack. He's going to try to dagger at Zalhart. That's a 14, so that is a miss. The dagger sinks right next to Goosefire, who's sitting at the table. Who's still dealing with the 3 bolts in his chest. He's gonna take 1, 2, 3 steps back. Zalhart is... He's gonna do a spiked knuckle on somebody who looks squishy. Oh, looks pretty squishy. Well, first of all, as a bonus action, he's going to take his 2 knuckles together and you see the electricity around him turn white as there's a small little clock up above him that starts to spin as his form begins to blur and he gets much, much faster as he starts hasting himself. That's his bonus action. He's going to do an action to punch Terrence in the face.
What level is haste? 30.
And his additional action, so he's actually going to punch Terrence twice. That is 19, which is a miss on Terrence. And then 22, which is a hit. Damn, that's 2 1s.
Wow.
That's bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
surge. He's gonna do. He's going to. As the haste goes up, he gets another series. He gets another attack. You see him bulk up even more, like Goku style. You see like a little thing around him, and he just takes both his fists, which begin to like blur with fire. They just start to like molten all over the spiked knuckles, and he just punches down into the deck of the ship, which leaves a very huge crater. You can almost see like you start to get drafts as the boards underneath begin to kind of crack. But I need everybody in a 20-foot radius to do a dex or con save.
17.
17.
17.
Really? Damn.
22 for Barbalina.
Okay, did anybody roll below a 17?
No.
Okay. Then everybody takes. Uh, 16. Well, sorry. 9 fire and 7 force damage. That's already halved.
Okay.
That's it. Boom! You guys managed to kind of deftly dodge out of the way, but Walmart there, he's gonna stay where he is. Zalhart's face is just slack the whole time. There's no smile, there's no grimace of effort, nothing. And that's going to take us to Terrence.
Alright, Terrence is going to cast Wall of Force. He's going to create a hemispherical dome over the top of the staircase so nobody's getting out of here.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Nice. So Val is just at the very top of the staircase, and a huge wall of force comes up. He slams into it, starts pushing on it. God fucking. He just points. He looks back down and just reloads all his crossbows and points downwards.
And I'm going to get away from Zalhart. So,
Yep.
let's see. 5,
Go for vote.
Oh. Then I will wait. I'm gonna yell, "Somebody get him!" Because now they're gonna focus fire on me until I'm down, so that they can escape.
That's Terrence. Quincy.
We cast Banishment on Zolhart.
Woo.
Dang.
Yeah,
Wisdom saving throw.
Charisma.
Charisma.
16 DC.
You rolled a 5.
Is banished for 1 minute.
Yeah, Zalhart in all of his cyborgy glory just pops. Yeah, gonna move or anything?
Yeah, I will then move. Alright, I'll move myself. There we go. That's my turn.
As soon as Zalhart just like in a snap, there's a small little puff of blue energy as like the huge monstrous form of Zalhart just like disappears. Valentine has his crossbows loaded. He's looking down, trying to see what's happening. As soon as that Zalhart just like disappears, he lets go of his crossbows. And you see they're all zip lined through his belt. So he turns around, starts beating on the force field. Hey! No, sorry, that's not his voice. Hey, no, come on, no, it's not fair. That's not fair.
There we go.
Alright, we got a minute, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do polymorph on Val. Just turn him into a cat.
We're still in initiative.
Right.
Goosefire sits there. He's pretty hurt. He's not like on death or whatever. He kind of breaks the bolts and just like sits there in agony. One of those little DJ Roombas comes up and he rips a spring-loaded rapier from one of the Roombas, like a tiny little bastard, pulls it out, takes a few steps, and just like has to breathe. He can defend himself if he wants, but he's still in pretty bad shape for being petrified for months. Alright, that's gonna take us to Barmelina.
I don't know if you should.
You don't think so?
What's Barmelina doing?
Well, I figured we could just put him in a bag or something. Like,
Chris, what's Barmelina
do it.
doing?
Figure this situation out and deal with Val later.
Yeah, we could.
The fight's over, right?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you just... Oh, you have Eye Bite active.
I don't know what that is.
So you have one shot at any enemy to, you can just move from one to the next and try to put him unconscious. So if there's only, you already tried on Val and it failed, so you can just do whatever you want, and then if the big guy comes back, you can do it on him too.
But we're not doing anything right now.
If we're still fighting, you just want to attack Val.
With anything?
You can hex and hit him, or just hit him, whatever you want to do. Goosefire and I have both been hit pretty bad. And John, I did add that 2d10 bleeding damage.
Okay.
Shadow.
Eldritch Blast Val Valentine
Yeah,
We're trying to
Right.
kill him?
We're still hitting him, right?
I guess.
So you're gonna make 3 attack rolls.
Oh, first one is only... I have 8. Right?
Yeah, add 8. Yeah.
Then it's 20.
20 for the first attack roll.
that's a hit.
16 for the second.
That's a hit. Well, no, 16's not a hit.
And 17 for the next one.
17 is a hit.
Okay, so now you're rolling d10s.
Plus 4.
2d10 plus 8.
Alright, so 5 damage
You rolled a 1
I know.
plus, what's that?
plus 12, or plus 13.
So 18 total.
If you don't. Alright. You shoot 2 blasts at him. They hit him right in the leg and then right in the upper thigh. And he goes, ow! Ow! Stop it! That hurts! Seriously! Stop it!
That was supposed to be plus 11, not plus 13. So you have to take off a couple.
So it was 16 rather than 18 damage, John. For the Eldritch Blast? Yeah.
And that's it.
16. Ballstar.
I can just talk, right, for a sec?
If you want it.
Alright, we got a minute before the big guy gets back. Somebody want to get Goose out of here?
Well, everybody's currently stuck down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap up Terrence with the cure wounds.
Yay.
So what do I need? D8. Oh yay! So that's 8 points of healing, and then I'm gonna bonus action use healing word on Goosefire. That is 8.
Okay.
8 healing for Goosefire and for Terrence.
Does that stop my wound?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
As soon as you get magical healing, the wound stops bleeding.
Sweet.
Alright, then I'm just gonna... Oh, I gotta touch him, so yeah. I'm right by Goosefire then. Or, that doesn't matter.
You have to touch him?
For cure wounds.
There's a little crumb on that blanket there. Give that to him. He'll love you.
He's probably been eyeballing it the whole time.
Y'all done?
Yeah,
Josiah?
yeah, sorry, I'm all set.
Cool. Val's turn. Val's panicking. He was nice and cool before. He's starting to panic. You see him reach into his jacket pocket and he pulls out a weird little statue. It looks like a paperweight, maybe about this big. Looks like it's pretty hefty. It's like a greened and like tarnished bronze as well. It's a weird statue about this big. Just like 2 lions looking backwards, and he just throws it out into the cargo hold. He goes, "Get the one that's still in the force field! Get him!" As he throws the little paperweight out, it sits, tumbles, and there's kind of an explosion of white light, and 2 things pop out. Which I forgot to get minis for. Fuck. It's okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, why not?
Did you ask her? I didn't say anything.
Do you like it?
It's a little bitter, but it's okay.
Man, it's kind of hot. The AC's been cranking all day.
So super hot up there.
It's blowing cold.
Yeah, it's just 2 days been rough.
That's around the kitchen one too.
I've had like a bloody nose a day.
Really? Where from?
From the humidity?
Well, I think it's been messing with my sinuses.
I've had it a little bit too. Randomly, like a week
There
ago.
are animated statues of these like lions pop out after the puff of smoke happens. They are not like lions; they look like animated statues almost, made of a very heavy-looking bronze. They pop out. As soon as he says, "Go get the one with the force field," this one just immediately starts pouncing,
Oh, no.
scrambling. He gets up to here.
Real close to me.
This one.
Do you have work? Quincy, get a swipe.
He gets a attack of opportunity
Oh, nice.
as the Guardian 2 tries to get past him.
Ooh, yeah, that's a 29 to hit.
That's it. bounces off and cuts a little bit, crash into it. The two bronze lions go towards Terrence. I don't think they have a turn because they don't have actions because they were just summoned, but they're able to move out of it. And I think that's Val's turn. So it's going to take it down Greenspan.
Okay, I will swing at. I got Scorpion Guardian. First one. First one is a natural 1. Somebody's lucky on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a 3.
Yours.
So the second one is 25.
That's a hit.
Third one is 11.
11, that is a miss as well.
Are you adding plus 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So damage is 12.
12? Okie dokie. Get one solid hit on this bronze lion. It kind of scrambles up. You bonk it really quick and it takes the cover behind. Noise. You just hear like bending metal, groaning metal. On Greenspan, on off is going to. I guess he's just gonna do a sneak attack on the Golden Guardian 1 with a 18.
Yay.
$28 in. It's a nice little sneak attack on a blinky little crossbow. I don't know exactly where, but he like puts it in a place sort of metal fist, I guess. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Cool. That's on off. Zalhart is stuck in interdimensional space. Brings to Terrence.
Oh boy. Well, what does Warcaster get me?
You got teleport or anything?
And I.
Well, he's holding that bubble up so that.
No, that's fine. I can do that. Yeah. I'm gonna take my bonus action to Misty Step back next to Goosefire in the corner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
Have to jump.
I'm gonna cast Black Tentacles.
Okay.
Oh wait, I think that's concentration. I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that. Then what's that? Cantrip I have that does extra damage now.
Toll the Dead.
Yes. I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead. Wait, what's the range on it? 60 feet. I'm gonna Toll the Dead on Val Valentine.
Okay. What does Toll the Dead do again? What do I have to roll?
It's Wisdom.
Wisdom? Wisdom. 25.
Alright, so he's gonna take half necrotic damage. So half of 25.
Yep.
13 necrotic. And I'm gonna say, keep those things away from me.
Now Valentine, a bell appears over his head and just rings. He sits there and is kind of stunned for a moment. Rings his head, goes back to pounding on the wall, of course. Stop! Seriously, this is not funny.
Can you like transform into something big? Just block him from getting in.
Hey, Kyle,
What's up?
your turn.
Oh, sorry. Go over, Key. I'm going to Shield Bash Golden Guardian 2 there. It's got to roll on athletics, contested against 9.
You got a 20.
No, I got an 11. Okay, so he's not knocked prone, but I will attack him. Uh, 21 to hit. And 25. Cool. Alright, first one is 7 plus 3 fire damage.
Okay.
Second one is 12 plus 6 fire damage. That's the turn.
Alright, you do some decent damage to this thing. It looks like the fire is kind of cutting through it pretty well. It's not vulnerable or anything, but it seems like the fire, is working well.
Doing its job.
I'm giving you a hint that it's not vulnerable, but it's not vulnerable.
Yeah,
for flavor's
yeah.
sake. It looks like the fire's doing pretty well.
Cool.
Cool. You head up to Golden Guardian 2. That's going to take us to Goose. Goose just kind of sits there, pulls out the bolts that you've kind of healed him up a little bit. They flick to the ground, still with like wounds, but they're not deep and like not currently bleeding. What is Goose gonna do? Goose turns to Terrence and Ballstar and goes, Do you guys have a ranged weapon?"
I toss him my longbow.
Okay. He hits it, he kind of looks at it, sighs. On. Fine. Give me an arrow. He takes an arrow. He's not proficient with it, but he's still gonna try.
Hell
He's
yeah.
like holding it. Disadvantage. Yeah, he got a 9. The longbow, the arrow just into the stairs, right below Val. Val kind of shrieks, goes, "Hey! Stop it! Seriously!" It's gonna take us to Barbalina.
I'm just getting Val still.
Okay, you got 2 golden lions in your face as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys. Can I thirsting blade both of them at once?
Can you do 2 attacks?
Huh? Right. Yes.
So 1 on each.
Okay.
Is it
And
the same rolling moves?
Yeah. Plus 8.
Yeah. one is a 19.
Second one, 19 does hit.
And that's 6 damage.
6 damage to number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Alright. You hit one of them, scrapes right across its bronzy
Oh.
face.
I can't
No.
run away anymore.
Ballstar.
Okay, what size are the Golden Guardians?
No more crackers.
Lark.
They're large, okay. I'm going to cast Summon Elemental, and I'm going to bring in how about a Water Elemental?
Water elemental, yeah.
And it's going to be appearing to the left of Alan Greenspan, and I'm going to run up to the right of Alan Greenspan, and I'm going to transform into a giant scorpion. And
Yeah.
that'll be my whole move. We got a wall of tough guys.
Scorpions. Okay. There's a giant scorpion, but you over here with Zalhart. Put yourself where you want to be. And a water elemental.
Yeah, just south of Alan Greenspan.
What did I do with that? Stupid. Ah, there it is. Because this is the water elemental that I have.
Oh yeah.
Smile.
Clever.
Back from the dead, baby. Can you be the same elemental every time that me and Jess? Like, it's just
Yes,
Hank,
I can.
the water elemental, who shows up for us?
Absolutely, I hope so. It definitely has that blue Power Ranger helmet on.
Oh yeah.
Alright, that's your turn. You gonna move or anything?
That's so great. No, I'm all set. I can't do anything else.
Val Valentine. Val sees that you guys are a little preoccupied with the Golden Guardians. He kind of rolls his eyes. Fine. And he reaches onto his jacket pocket, and you see him fiddle with one of the buttons. And he's like slowly like trying to get it off, but he can't really get it off. As he's looking, you guys are shooting shit at him. He's like, "Stop! God!" The longbow arrow doesn't stick. It just kind of like hits and clacks on the stairs. He's like flustered. He takes one of the butt, so like bites some of the thread on it, and pulls out the button. He goes, "Stop! Fuck you guys!" He takes it, the button in his hands, and he puts it between his fingers, and he just snaps. The button kind of explodes in a little bit of puff of magic stuff, and he pops. Gets out of the deck of the ship. He casts like a very limited emergency dimension door. But he's just on the other side. That's his whole action. He's gonna move. I think he's gonna get to the deck of the ship and kind of look down. Maybe he's gonna. Now, if he's up here, let's see. He's at these stairs. He's gonna 5, 10, 15. He's gonna start climbing, starting to get onto the rope ladder. That is Val's turn. Alan Greenspan.
I'm just gonna swing away at the that same Golden Guardian.
Okay.
15,
15 is a hit.
then 25,
25 is a hit as well.
14.
14 to miss.
Uh, 27.
Number 2, there's another puff of green smoke as it. There's a flash of light, green smoke, and right back down to 1/2 of the little paperweight. Anything else?
I'm not gonna move, so that'll do it.
Okay. Onoff is gonna look to Quincy and shrug. What are we gonna do? We're gonna chase him? We're gonna let him go?
Yeah, chase him.
Okay, good. Okay, fine. Go chase him. As he's running up the stairs, he turns to Terrence and goes, Terrence! Open the door!
Yeah, I let the door down.
He runs up, pops out here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He just gets to the top of the stairs. He radiates to you guys. He goes, yeah, Val's getting on the rope ladder. He's getting on the... There's silence. Like in the middle of the sentence, it just goes silent. Allheart is still chilling. Terrence.
Alright. Well, I guess we should try and stop him. I guess I'm gonna Misty Step again onto the top deck. We're at.
Doug, right?
That
Let's
was
see.
dimension door.
Oh, okay. What level is that?
4th. But it's also an action.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, see it.
Couldn't you bonus action Misty Step to the stairs, run up, do what you gotta do?
Well, he might be all the way down the ladder though. Heading down the ladder.
He started then. Probably still see.
Let's see. It's not enough range to get up the stairs. I'm gonna dimension door down on the ground beneath the ladder.
Okay. You don't need line of sight for that.
Right.
You close your eyes, envision below, and pop, pop. Yeah, 30 feet below, right underneath the ladder. Boink. Look up, and Val has just begun to bend down and put his legs onto the first rung of the ladder as he's holding on, trying to make his way down.
I'm gonna yell at him. Stop right there, unless you want a fireball up your ass.
There's a definite, like, you see his butt kind of stop. Kind of like for a second about. And he goes, that would be unideal, I guess. Yeah, hold on, can I stand up? Are you gonna put a fireball up my ass if I just stand up so I'm not sitting there with my ass hanging out?
No, you stay right there until everybody gets up top, and call off those.
This is not my muscles are shaking. I can't stand like this for very long. I'm gonna fall.
Call off the Guardians.
Look, I can't. None of my victim, I'm up above. They can't see me or hear me, so I'm gonna have to stand up if I'm gonna call them off.
He's trying to pull something. Nope, stay right there.
He definitely sees, like, he's like half crouched, so he's like in squatting, except like there's a rope, so he's like starting to shake. It's really hurting my back.
I'm gonna radio in. Everybody get up to the top deck quick.
Do we hop up there?
We only have a minute.
Yeah, how long is
50
it?
seconds on. It's only been 2 rounds.
How long has it been? It's been,
Been
maybe
2
2
rounds.
rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 12.
Are we going in initiative order, or are we acting out of combat here?
Initiative. That's Terrence. Quincy, what are you gonna do?
Going up to slash that Golden Guardian boy.
Okay.
Charlie.
Because I think we gotta be ready to. I think we can capture Val. We have to
15.
kill Zilhart.
And 27.
15's a miss.
I thought 15 hit before.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the one I wrote down, and I wrote down the wrong number. 14 is there as the Guardian AC, so I think a couple of those should have hit.
14 damage on the first one. And 13 on the second.
He's demanding more crackers.
No.
No.
Alright. You're making short work of these Golden Guardians. Goose's turn, he's gonna limp, kind of up next to the giant scorpion, look down. I guess he's gonna try another longbow attack. Disadvantage, like you rolled before. So we got like a 9, didn't hit. It just kind of hits and clatters off. You turn around, Alan, and Goosefire's holding it completely wrong. Like he's holding it inside, and like somehow like it's atrocious.
That thing's gonna be back. Can somebody get Goosefire someplace safe?
There is a Terrence. You hear a whooshing sound, silent, but there's just a small little, like a pressure of air, and you turn around from behind you. .23 versus AC.
That's a hit.
Alright. Because it's a hit, it's an assassinate, which means it's a critical on a sneak attack.
Uh-oh. Going down.
Is that, what's her name?
The rogue Warforged.
Yeah.
Duchess.
That's 49 piercing damage.
Yikes.
Alright, I'm down.
Okay. The third last thing is you see is that you turn up, and there's just this black wrought iron arrow coming at you from somewhere up above, and there's just piercing through your chest as you just take it, bleeding out, consciousness fading. As the last thing you kind of hear before you start fading out is Val go, I have creepier friends than you. Yeah, you stupid bitch. Why did you do that earlier?
don't remember
Yeah.
the protocol for that.
I just double the dice.
The dice
Double
roll.
roll.
Double the.
Double the roll, and then you add them the +4.
Is that for damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So I double the highest one, and then
You,
so for damage I rolled a 4 and a 3, and each of those would get +4.
the first one you get +4. The second one you double, so it'd be 6 and then
Okay, so 18 total, right?
+4. Yeah.
18 total.
You go.
Yeah.
You dig it down.
Yeah.
As you put it, you dodge out of the way as it swipes one paw. It tries to snap at it. You step left, and as you step left, you thrust the rapier up and just goes straight through its throat, up through its metal head. It doesn't express any pain. It can't really vocalize. But there's like a tearing sound of metal as it just like butter, and you flip it out. And again, there's a green puff of smoke, a flash of light, and right next to its twin, in the little paperweight, it just appears next to the paperweight. That's Barbolina, Ballstar.
Man, this sucks. I guess I'm just gonna pick up Goosefire,
Okay.
and I'm going to take him and just shove him in one of those back rooms.
Okay.
Tell him to hide.
5, 10. Go to the back room. I would say this room on the north side is like the jacuzzi room.
Okay. Stuff him in there.
Yep.
And if I have any more movement, I'll try to make my way upstairs, I guess. Or I'll get over to the stairs.
No, you don't have any movement left.
Okay, that's fine.
You still have an action.
There's nothing I can really do.
Yeah.
Okay. You said.
I mean, can I dash?
Yeah, it's an action.
That's what I was talking about before. I thought I'd already used it all up.
You were dashing. Okay, no, that's fine. You can. Let's see. 5, 10. Yeah, I'll say you can make it back to the middle of the stairs.
Okay, and then how do we want to move the elemental? Should he just move after me, or should we roll for him?
It was on your turn, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll have him just follow me up the stairs.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Val Valentine. Val. Peeks up. Sees on off. Assassinated. Looks down with the Terrence assassinated. You guys don't see it, but the camera definitely does. The camera pans in on him as he just kind of goes, fucking easy. These guys are such amateurs. He begins to go down the rope ladder, just smirking to himself. Oh, you're an ugly bitch, but god damn it. I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna kiss her. I think she already likes me though. Maybe I shouldn't go too far. I can't leave the work relationship. So he just going down the ladder talking to himself. He gets to the bottom, I think. And as soon as he gets to the bottom, he kind of kicks Terrence over and begins going through his pockets. Why not? What you got on you, Terrence?
Let's see. I have a magic cleaning brush. I have two greater healing potions. I have my grappling hook, charcoal, a couple of scrolls, a couple of potions.
I think he takes all the scrolls and all of your potions. How many potions do you have? Are we talking like 12 or like 4?
4.
Okay, so you have 2 greater healings. What are the other potions?
That K ointment.
The what?
Where did we get that stuff?
Oh. Yeah, what was that?
Oh, is that the stuff that Ballard gave you?
No.
No.
Hang on 1 second. Oh, just the case one. I don't think I wrote down what it actually did.
I was like, oh, Ballard if you are. So he's gonna take the healing potions. He knows what those look like. I think he'll take whatever scrolls you have on you.
Okay.
And then he sees that very nice gleaming staff that you have. He's just gonna pick that up, twirl it a bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. He takes that. That's his action, and his move was to get down the ladder. So he's looting you. He's got some scrolls, 2 greater healing potions, and his blast staff. That's his turn. Alan Greenspan.
I will nick for the ladder.
Okay.
Here's in front. 5, 10, 15, 20, 29, 30.
You have a giant water elemental and a giant scorpion in your way.
Yeah.
You can move through ally spaces, you're fine.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go dash up to the top deck.
Okay.
You want to move it? I can't really see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll move, what was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. So, I guess you make it up to here. You get up to the top of the steps, and you see, On Off is sitting there, eyes rolled back in his head, and he's pinned to, like, it looks like the cockpit part. There's just, 2 huge black iron arrows stuck through each shoulder. He's pinned. He's just bleeding out. He's breathing, but he's just like, he looks terrible. And that's when you hear another movement of air. Oh, did we lose it, Jeff?
No, I'm here.
She doesn't get a set this time, but she does get a 24. Oops. $25 damage. It's this huge, just wrought iron. It's like the size and shape of like a fireplace poker. It's weird hooked barb on it. As you hear it, you manage to kind of get out of the way. Instead of like piercing through your chest, it like gets through, kind of grazes one of your arms. Like almost completely takes it off. Takes off one of the pieces of metal. As you look up, you just see very, very. You can kind of see where it came from, as it kind of towers rising up from the darkness. These massive towers. There's lights kind of everywhere. It's kind of looking up into skyscrapers. You can see the kind of direction it came from. You don't really see it. You're the only conscious person to really know that there's a sniper out here somewhere. So you dashed, you moved. You saw the bonus or anything that you want to do?
I will just go on the radio and say, no. We're being fired on. Wolf coming in.
You take a look. You kind of quickly take cover from where you thought it was coming from. Kind of crouch down. You take a peek over, and you can see Valentine rifling through Terrence's pockets. Terrence with another one of these huge, like, wrought iron arrows through his chest. And Val is just kind of like whistling to himself. He picks up the glass staff and does one more like little kick on Terrence's face, leaves a blueprint. That's on Greenspan. Takes it on off. He's gonna roll a saving throw. He makes it. Zolvar, still chilling. Terrence. Death saving throw.
Oh no! This is a Constitution.
It's a straight roll.
Yep. Just a D20.
Okay, the roll is a 13.
Okay, so you failed, or you succeeded once. Quincy.
Alright, I'm going to dash up the stairs. So, 50 feet of movement. You want to put me where I'd be?
Dash up the stairs, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We'll put you up next to Greenspan.
Okay. How high are we off the ground?
30 feet. And the cockpit's just the north of you.
So I am like just outside of the range of Terrence of 30 feet.
Yeah, Terrence is 30 feet down.
Damn. That sucks. Okay. Oh. Okay, hang on. I can, I will bonus action the healing word Terrence. Because that's 60 feet. And I will do that at third level. Nice. 16 points of healing. For Terrence.
Terrence heals for 16.
Yep.
Terrence, your eyes flutter open as Val has just kind of like kicked you in the face, left the boot print. Your eyes. That rod is still stuck in you. And it hurts like a bitch, but you are no longer unconscious. As soon as your eyes fly open, Val, who's kind of whistling to himself, is, "Oh God!" He just starts running like a fool. That's Quincy. Goose is gonna stay where he is because the big Scorpion man told him to stay. Let's see. Another arrow flies out of the darkness. And I think it's gonna be a Terrence. Not advantage this time though.
Is it disadvantage because he's prone?
Yeah, thank you. Good job. That is still a 20, but Terrence's AC is 21.
Yep.
Nice.
Terrence, your eyes float open. Val gives out a little squeak and begins to run. And then as you blink a couple times, there's just this like silent move of air, and then right where your head was when you were unconscious, there's just a like sparks come off the ground as this iron rod just like right into the cement.
How can we find this guy?
Barbalina.
I'll just head up with the rest of the guys.
Alright, you head upwards on the top deck of the ship. 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to take pretty much your whole action to get up the stairs to the opposite side of the ship. You can still use a bonus action if you have it, but that's pretty much all you can do.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay? Ballstar.
So I meant to have the water elemental dash.
Oh, okay. You can be up there.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move as far as I can upstairs, my scorpion self, and actually, we'll move. They can move together pretty much. I wanted the. I guess we're both gonna have to jump to get off this damn thing. Can I ride the water elemental off of the boat?
Your boat, Nick. I don't think you can ride him.
I just want him to impact my fall, basically. Can I take less damage from the fall if I ride the water elemental down?
You're Scorpion's. No postal thumbs. I guess he could try to envelop you. I'll have you roll like an acrobatics while you're falling.
Okay.
To take half the damage and then you half the damage.
Let's do it.
Go Scorpomans.
Okay. Acrobatics. Is that Dex based, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I am. Alright. That's gonna be 12 for the acrobatics save. Or whatever. Roll.
I don't think that's quite high enough. I think you both are going to take the fall damage.
Okay.
It's 9 bludgeoning damage to both of you.
Okay, cool.
As there's just this wet plot, there's like this like scuttling on board. Okay, hold on. Let's take the camera from Val's point of view. Val is like still holding the loot, looks down, thinks Duchess is gonna, shoot an arrow at Terrence's head. That doesn't happen, so he just begins to skedaddle. Looks behind, there's a wet plopping noise. Just a and all of a sudden this giant, like, fat water droplet with a scorpion inside that's trying to swim hits the ground. Both of you are prone and you took damage. So, like, the water elemental splats and just begins to form back up, and you're just, like, on your back.
Okay.
Eventually push over and get onto the side.
Do you think
doesn't say ghostly white.
I obviously am not going to be able to do anything. Do you think the water elemental, given his movement, would be able to get an attack off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see. Am I still by Val?
You are 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away.
20 feet away. Okay, I don't think I can do anything. Shit, I don't think he has any ranged.
He hasn't used any of his movement, though, so you can get right up in his face.
Okay, yeah. I'll get right up on him, and I'm gonna use my whelm attack. You gotta make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Okay. Val got a 24.
Shit. Okay.
Yep. Me too.
So
He's got nice.
So he is not grappled, but he's gonna take some damage. It's gonna be 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Super cool. That's Val's time. Val's twain. Val is now facing down giant scorpion, a water elemental, and an angry prone wizard. So Val is going to. Fuck. Val's gonna take 3 shots on Terrence and then use that as the evasive fire and try to get out of the flubber elemental's way. So 3 attacks on Terrence.
Disadvantage, right?
Your boy's still
Disadvantage.
prone.
That's a 1 on the shrunken screamer. The shrunken screamer that he has, though, the weird one with the head, he pulls it out, misses a shot. He then uses. That is a bonus action. But he can't do that. Okay, then he's not going to use the ability. He's going to use Vane. And that's a 17, which is a miss. And then he's going to use the. I guess he's going to use Vane again. That is 20. Terrence managed to pull up magical force fields, knock all of the bolts out of the way as Valentine curses. He doesn't have to use he doesn't hit the target, so he can't use evasive fire. So he's just going to use a bonus action to disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He just begins to run. As he's running, you see him pull out a whistle from his underneath his shirt, and he puts it in his mouth, and he has it in his mouth as he's running, and he's just blowing it as hard as he can. There's not really any sound coming from it. Alan Greenspan.
So I spotted the tower where the bolts are coming from. Yeah.
Have the direction, yeah. Although you haven't pinpointed anything.
Okay, so I don't really know where I'd want to take cover.
You could always roll a check.
Sure. What section?
Yeah, it'll be a bonus action.
Sure.
Do you your bonus?
14.
You have no idea which where specifically it came from.
You get a +5 to perception. I don't know.
What's that?
You get a +5 to perception. I don't know if you do that.
I thought it was 4. It would have been 15 then. That probably doesn't change that game, though.
No, nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna move, I guess, 30 feet along this deck. Do I have sight on Valentine from here?
Yeah.
I'll just shoot a few times.
Yeah.
22.
Hit.
15.
Miss.
27.
Hit.
21 damage.
21. Very nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, you get 2 arrows right into his shoulder blades. The whistle kind of pops out of his mouth and just goes, he's bleeding. He's kind of stumbling a bit. He scrambles for the whistle and just puts it back into his mouth and just begins as he's running. Still, there's no sound coming out of it. On off is unconscious. He fails the death saving throw. Zalhart is still chilling. That is turn number 4, I believe.
This is 3. I've been counting.
3? Okay.
So yeah, after my turn it'll be 4.
Okay. 3. Terrence.
Alright. That's that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mental Prison on the fleeing Val Valentine.
Okay.
So he's making an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving. That's a natural one.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Okay. So he's going to take 5d10 psychic damage, and he is now trapped in a cage.
Let's see. Wait. On a failure, it takes damage. You can't see or hear anything beyond 5 feet and is restrained. Wow. If it moves out of the illusion, makes a melee attack through it, or reaches any part of its body through it, it takes 10d10 psychic damage and the spell ends.
Holy shit.
So, yeah, so it's like his most terrifying nightmare. Like, mouths
But
dripping.
he still has the choice that he can try to break out of it and take the damage.
Right, it's a
He's aware of it.
The cage is made out of something that's terrifying, and if he tries to go through it, he's going to take, he's going to suffer for it. So, but he's going to take an initial 5d10 here. Let's see.
I feel like the camera switches to like Val Valentine's vision, and all of a sudden he's trapped in a cell, and then all around him in the cell is his mother in varying shapes and sizes. Just
You got a D10.
This is the same as a d10, right? The
Something.
percentile dice.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
use it as a d10.
The first number. is
Okay. 10. 18. 31 psychic damage. And as a bonus action, is there cover up on the deck of the ship?
on the deck of the ship, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to bonus action Misty Step up onto the deck and take cover.
You get right to Alan Greenspan and just like take cover behind from what you assume where it's coming from. You shoot out the mental prison. Val Valentine just shrieks, "Ah!" as he just stops dead in his tracks.
We can still attack.
His eyes are completely white. He's looking around, completely blind to death, not able to move. He looks like he's in pain. That's when you start hearing footsteps from all around this intersection. Because right now it's night. You're in an empty lot. There's just a couple of like spotlights in the empty lot. There's a whole bunch of like from the darkness all around, like there's intersecting roads and back alleys. You start to hear clamoring footsteps, running footsteps. Ballstar and the water elemental, and pretty much Alan, who's keeping an eye out, trying to see where the sniper's coming from. You notice from at least two of the different alleyways, there's just a flood of bodies coming down. All of them in the darkness. The only thing you can really see besides the occasional glint of far off light off some domed heads, metallic heads. You also see some like human forms as well, just running full speed, like silently. Every single one of them has piercing yellow eyes, like from the back of their skulls. As there's maybe 30, 40 people just running down back alleyways.
Grab the ladder. Grab the ladder.
We can go out of the picture at this point because it's just Val down there
Okay.
and Ballstar. You just tell me what you want to do, Ballstar.
I want me and the elemental to work together to grab Val, bring him up to
Okay.
the ship, and just try to get the hell out of there.
Okay, you start clamoring. Do you turn back into Ballstar shape?
If I have trouble getting up the ladder, yeah, I'm going back to Ballstar.
You don't think a scorpion can make a rope ladder.
I don't think so.
You turn back into a gnome and get up there. I think the water elemental goes up and like jumps and belly flops onto Val, and then like back up while like Val's inside, like holding his breath, and just like comes up and winds its way up the rope ladder. The water elemental makes its way up the rope ladder just in time as you begin to take off. You see just this group of like 40, 50 people just begin clamoring. They kind of like synchronized almost. They begin to like slow in front of each other, jump on each other's shoulders, and then from their shoulders jump and try to get the rope ladder.
Jesus.
I think they take off with enough time that nobody's able to like grab him, but the synchronization between this huge group of people is insane, as they're like almost instantly doing a perfect like pyramid formation, climbing up each other to like get up the rope ladder, wordlessly communicating. But you guys managed to pull up out of the empty lot and kind of disappear into the dark towers. Behind you just see silent, staring, piercing yellow eyes.
And they're like human looking?
It's all from like humans and Warforged. It's like a
Yeah.
combination.
Do the humans have flat heads?
Make a perception check.
22.
Yeah, now that you notice it, all of the humans have flat heads.
Speaking of flat heads, we got big guy incoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look down at your watch and it's like, oh, yeah, there's about 20 seconds until Zolhart pops back in.
I'm gonna stuff Val in any closet I can find.
Actually, man, this is weird. Is he gonna pop back in the space that he was, or on the ship?
That's what I was wondering.
That's
Let me see what the spell says.
okay.
The target reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied.
Okay, so I think he pops 30 feet up over the crowd.
Yeah.
As the crowd, he pops, the crowd all kind of catch him and set him back down. And that's when you lose sight of him over a corner.
Okay.
And that's a good place to take a quick fiver, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
How much? What's your max hit points?
100.
100? Really?
Jeez.
Yeah. Jesus.
What's your constitution?
Hmm?
What's your constitution? +2.
Yeah, I only got 89. That's still pretty good. My first rolls were really good.
So we pull the ladder up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can snag my. Is there a spell to like forcefully grab or something? Telekinesis, right?
Oh, you need to get him out of the prison to damage him, or what?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
He's got my staff.
Oh.
Can I use telekinesis to snag it
I
back?
think we could just. I can just take it from him.
We don't have him on the ship though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we do. I kidnapped him.
Oh, I didn't miss that. Nice. Yeah, let's steal it back then. So we're kidnapping Val Valentine and running away.
We did kidnap.
That's what we're
That's what
doing.
we ran away.
Okay.
That's one thing we're good at is kidnapping.
Got overrun by an army that was alive.
Yeah.
next level chicken wing dip.
So it's very bluey.
Yeah, it's got fresh blue. It's made with sous vide chicken thighs.
Oh, good.
And you know, canned chicken. Scorpomans. Are you still seeing that girl?
Yeah. Came over on Friday.
Nice.
Watched Bo Burnham Netflix special.
Is there a new one?
No, his most recent one.
Okay. Those are all really good.
Because we saw the movie he made.
Huh?
He made a movie called 8th Grade.
Oh. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I forgot though.
Yeah, we went to see that a couple weeks ago. She didn't know who he was.
Is that in the theaters?
Yeah. Might be towards its
Mm-hmm.
later days now.
What was your name again?
Kayla. She just picked up a second part-time job and she's going to school full-time, so she might not be around for a while.
Did the new semester just start?
Yeah. Still last year.
This is my newest venture.
Those hard-boiled eggs?
Yeah.
And what?
Soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, fresh ginger, sweetener.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Like Asian.
yeah. They're kind of like brown. They get stained and they absorb some of the soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a brown ring around the inside, but when you bite into it after about a millimeter, it's just normal egg, but it tastes great.
Nice.
Those ones just have only been in for an hour or two, so.
About how long? Just like a minute for.
I mean, it starts to soak in and after a couple hours, but it's better after like a day,
Okay.
or at least overnight.
while, we had MIDI versions of the Final Fantasy Tactics music going. Like,
Oh, really?
every little trumpet was like the cheesiest.
I fucking love you so much. Was it 12?
I couldn't hear you, John. You broke up.
You guys ever played Final Fantasy 12?
I never did.
Because I think they played Final Fantasy 12 took place. It was like a regular Final Fantasy game in that like world. So there was like the bunny people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I did play that one.
Although I haven't played the newest one, 15. I've wanted to. I've heard good things. Way up. You guys are on the airship, making your great escape. Not too fast through anything, you just kind of eventually merge traffic and cruise. Who's driving? What is everybody else doing?
I'm definitely snagging my glass staff back.
From Val? Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna like message him just to tell him you're stuck in that cage, bud. Don't try to leave.
How long does that last for?
Probably like a minute. Let's see.
I think the second we got him, I want to take all of his shit so he doesn't have some other
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm helping
You
All Star with that.
other James Bond
cloth
gear.
stuff. You have the what is that called? The Cleveland Steamer. That's not what it was. The Screamer.
Shrunken Screamer.
Shrunken Screamer, and then the really gnarly looking one done in like a rosewood with a very, very sharp looking aesthetic to it is Vane.
I want him like nude.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose you, John?
Did you listen to Joe?
No, I don't have any of these frozen.
Okay. Like, I don't want him to have some like cufflink that shoots knockout gas.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want to take everything off of this dude.
Val, take that cock ring off.
Teleportation magic. So does your landlord run the garage over here too?
He owns it.
Okay.
He just rents it out to the mechanic.
Lost you guys. We're having a storm over here.
Oh, okay.
Raji.
So yeah, I just want to every object that Val has, I want him to not be on his person. Like, I don't want there to be like a cufflink that shoots knockout gas at us or something.
Okay.
So I imagine
So
you
you just strip him naked or what?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Leave him in his skivvies.
Yep. You should be
I
driving.
think he's got like.
Just fire.
I think he's definitely got heart boxers, right? Like large comical heart boxers.
And Donald Duck.
Donald
Hearts
Duck.
and Donald Duck.
Valentine's release for MeUndies, where it's Donald Duck holding hearts.
I envisioned it. You know, you've seen There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
You know, in the scene with him and his imposter brother are on the beach and they're wearing those full onesies underwear. I want that with hearts.
Just like a one piece underwear suit.
Yeah, like 1800 swimsuit.
Sure. It's like a romper. Like anytime that he has to go to the bathroom, he has to completely disrobe. So as far as physically on him, yeah, he's got a couple daggers. He's got those 3 hand crossbow looking things. You do notice that there's one of the buttons that he like tore off of his shirt with his teeth.
Yeah, you can't have those no
He's
more.
gone on the shirt, but what?
You can have that no more. So Goosefire, can you fly the ship? Can you take over Terrence?
Yeah, sure. He goes up and he's in the ship. He's, where are we going?
God, anywhere. I don't want to run into the Warforged. We don't have much gas. Where would you go discreetly? We gotta find a way to refuel.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know. There might be some, I might have some hookups in the dock district, or one of the lower landings. We might be able to find like a wharf, like a covered water accessed like boat park. I might be able to park it there for a little while. We probably won't leave us. They'll probably leave us alone if we talk to the right people, grease a few palms.
That sounds like the place to me. Any other thoughts, guys?
I just need to take a nap.
Yeah, you don't usually get stabbed.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
I still wanted to be out on the deck, kind of, I don't know, keeping watch, I guess, looking for whatever was firing at us.
At this point, you're far away from the abandoned lot where the pop-up bar was, so you can keep an eye out and make sure you're not followed or anything.
So I never saw a craft. It was more like a tower that we suspected.
Like that's, it was like, if you could, like the closest equivalent would be like in an empty lot where it's just skyscrapers everywhere, all around you. So you had a general direction of where it was coming from, but yeah, you didn't see a craft, but you didn't see anybody else. It just kind of, came from seemingly nowhere. You also pick up the Golden Guardians, are at the bottom of Goosefire's ship as well. You do notice 2 more buttons on Val Valentine's shirt are mismatched from the other buttons as well.
What did he use the other one for?
Dimension door.
Door.
Can I do an Arcana check on it just to see if they're magic?
Sure.
6.
You can't tell.
Okay.
You 25 hit
You pick up the buttons and you kind of, a very, very small print over some of the threading holes. It says, panic button.
Which I can give you on my channel that I do something like that.
While I'm looking at the buttons
Plus
very
35.
intently, like holding them up
Plus
to the
35.
light, I slam them down on the table and go, "Oh shit!" and run upstairs and go heal on off.
Just like blood.
Drag him up
From
the
his
side of the
nose.
ship.
Yeah, you heal him up.
Okay.
Heal
I
you
think
up?
he's still unconscious, but
Oh,
you
no.
managed to get the bolts out of him and make sure that he's stable.
Alright. So, what's our plan? What's our angle as far as interrogating Val? Like,
Where's Harvey Dent?
no, like what? Obviously, he's gonna be a trip to even talk to, but like, what are we?
Zone of truth.
Yeah, but What questions do we have before we
Do
actually?
you remember
do
the last time you Zone of Truth him? He just talks nonsense. It didn't really help.
Yeah.
I think we can make the conversation go where we want it to go, but we got to be deliberate about it. We can't just like shoot the breeze with him, or he'll never shut the hell up.
Clearly, he's in league with the Warforged.
Yeah, I mean, if he's working with what was her name? With all the arms and who stabs everyone, like in Anoff, the way Anoff does it.
Duchess.
Obviously, so he's got to be aware he's working with the Lord of Blades directly, and then is that why he shot him in the first place? Because Goosefire is trying to cut off ties with the Lord of Blades. You think this is the first time you heard of it?
I don't know. I think just he was generally thought he was compromised and wanted to kill him and get out of there. I don't know if he knows about the Lord of Blades. I mean, that would be something to ask, but
So maybe we can just get connections to the people he knows. Like, who are his contacts? Who's he working with? Would we be able to set something up?
what was his job working for? Besides just, dropping off loads and stuff.
And it seems like this kind of dude isn't going to have much like loyalty. Maybe we could pay him just to be another set of eyes and ears.
Unless he's got something else to gain, yeah.
They do know that we have him now. I don't think we can let him return.
Yeah. And then they were all like moving together, right? So there's one that can control them all, right? Is it Sovereign? Is that him?
Yep.
Gets like the hive mind thing.
So where are we headed right now?
We're trying to go find a low-key place to refuel. That's what Goose said we're heading to. If anyone has any other ideas, let them rip.
He's taking you guys down to the lowest parts of Sharn where it meets some of the water line. To grease a few palms and to get in touch with some of his contacts so you guys can have like a covered place to park a boat, pretty much maybe like a dry or wet dock that one would store a boat if you're not going to use it anymore. But he's thinking he can find a private place you can walk up and keep this here. But as far as fuel, he doesn't really know. He says the fuel's kind of hard to get, and it's pretty well controlled. But you can always find anything in the black market. You can find anything in Sharn is kind of the same. So you're looking for a large dragon shard, like a Kyber shard, that has a lightning elemental bound to it.
Right.
I still think we need to find out what's left of the government here, the Dark Lanterns. Our priority is to open up the teleportation circles.
Hey, don't you have the gaze spell or whatever you can use on him?
I could, yeah. I wonder if we could use it at advantage since he's under the. Well, he's probably not.
Yeah, it'll last a minute.
Okay. Yeah, it's like 30 days or something crazy.
What does it do?
He has to
Something
obey a
like that.
command, or he takes a fuck ton of psychic damage.
Oh, gas.
Yeah.
He's on black player.
Mm-hmm. take some downtime anyway, so at least I'll need a short rest. To get my spells back. I used a lot.
Where are you binding up Val? And how are you doing it?
Isn't there? Don't I have a spell that can create like a quiet zone that'll last like 24 hours? Private Sanctum.
Yeah.
It takes a while to cast, doesn't it?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Magically secure.
For now, I've got
Sound
50
can't
feet of rope.
pass.
I'm just gonna use it all, tie it around him, tie his arms like to his torso, and just wrap his torso like a mummy.
I'm gonna
just like completely wrap him up.
Yeah.
And he's in his 19th century swimwear.
I'm gonna cast once we're docked. I'm gonna cast Private Sanctum, which is a 24-hour sound barrier in the room.
Okay. As you guys, you do Private Sanctum, sound barrier. Does it get rid of scrying and stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever undressed Val, and now that you're tying him up, he's no longer. He was like 7 points away from unconsciousness. So I think you could just knock him unconscious before you tie him up. So he's just slack-jawed.
Yeah.
As you're tying him up, you notice all up and down his arms he has like these tattoos. Not like Yakuza tattoos, but there's like strange, like it looks like birthmarks, strange, long, elongated, irritated birthmarks along his arm, and then he also has these tattoos kind of like up along his elbow, on the underside of his arm, on his chest, and on his thighs, and then there's tattoos of weapons. Looks like he's got a couple of short swords on his elbows. Underside of one of these, there's like a hand crossbow. On his thighs, there's like two like hatchets.
Could I do like a perception check or something? Is this like those other house dragon mark tattoos?
No, this is nothing like the dragon mark tattoos. No.
Okay.
Can I Arcana check?
Sure.
Uh, 22.
These tattoos are definitely magical. Interweaved with some sort of weird magic.
Can I cast Identify to see if I can figure out what
Sure.
it is?
Which one do you do? The short swords, there's a hand crossbow, there's two hand axes.
Yeah, this short sword.
This one short.
It's sort of like conjuration magic, where pretty much if you tap the tattoo and you kind of say the magic word, it'll kind of sully the skin that's been tattooed on, and it'll like forever be like a really gross looking birthmark, but it'll manifest that weapon.
Oh. Well, these looks like he can't be disarmed, so we'll have to make sure that he's bound quite well, that he can't have any access to individual fingers or his own grip.
Alright.
Do you think this is like a modification from like the creation forge thing? Do you think-
On off kind of gets in the doorway in the hold as you guys are talking. He kind of leans up against, like, sorely sits down in one of the leather seats. And he's just, no. It's not a creation force thing. I've seen this guy. He does his own work. He does magical tattoos. Like, some people want, like, fucking, like, a fireball or, like, weapons or whatever. But he'll enchant. It's like a scroll, pretty much, but it's on your own skin.
Okay.
It can only be used once, but no, it's kind of hard to find. So I once met a guy with a stinking cloud one on his ass. One time he was having a lot of fun with a couple of horse that he had bought, and I think they touched one in the wrong place, and man, those horse was sick for days. Everybody was puking. Everybody.
Sounds like a rough night.
Oh God.
Everybody be dancing, everybody be puking.
Okie So.
Is there some other ward that I can place on him to? Can I place like a glyph of warding that creates like a silence spell? Like as soon as he starts talking, the silence spell comes up around him. I don't.
You can cast silence in like an area. I don't know how you could do it on an individual.
What?
Like you would cast like a bubble of silence, and everything would be quiet in there. I don't know how you'd be able to do that on a person.
Yeah, just wherever he's tied up. He would just trip it though. He wouldn't care. I'd have to set up several of these things.
Glitter also volunteers. Glitter goes, I could stay in the room with him and just keep watch. I don't have to sleep or anything, so I can just keep an eye on him 24/7 if you want.
That'd be great, Glitter. Thank you.
But he steps into the room that you've put. Where have you put Val?
The old jacuzzi room.
Okay. That's now drained, so you just like tie him up and throw him in a dry jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Okay. Glitter just kind of sits into the dry jacuzzi in the like little chaise lounge that's cut out into the form of the jacuzzi. He just kind of like slips into it and just keeps his eye on Val as Val's just like mummied and unconscious.
I say to Glitter, do me a favor, just stay here right in the room with him.
Yeah, sure. I don't trust this fool. This is the one that knocked me out and gave me to Ballard, so I might have my own little fun with him once he wakes up. I have a few questions.
And whenever we do leave, I'm going to alarm the whatever door or entranceway leads out of that area without telling him.
Sure. You guys just chill until you find a place to park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to scout the outdoors.
Is there any like debuffs that anyone could do as far as cast Gaius? Is there any way you could like impose?
I could do a Bane, but that's about all I can do.
Dude, what?
Is there any way you could like somehow get
What kind of,
impose disadvantage
what kind of a save is
on a
it?
wisdom saving throw? So Michael's got that Bane thing.
It's a wisdom?
Yeah, it's a wisdom check. I don't think there's anything.
I mean, I could...
I would say he has disadvantage on dex saving throws while he's restrained,
Right.
but I think that's about it.
Yeah. So Quincy, I'm gonna try to do this mind control thing.
What do you?
You want this is where you could kind of like weaken his mind while I try to take a stab at it.
Yeah. Do you know what you're gonna tell him to do?
The central command, I guess it would be like. Help us secretly make contact with the Lord of Blades and people he's working with.
I've got one here. I got a debuff. I have bestow curse. I can choose one ability score, and if he fails his wisdom save from me, then he'll have disadvantage on the next throw.
Will that
Is that the one that would permanently disfigure someone?
impose curse? What's it called?
Bestow curse.
So,
I don't see anything about
I
that.
think you disfigure them.
I don't see that anywhere.
Really? Maybe that was 3.5.
I give him a third ball. Okay, so what do you think that sounds okay? What's our main goal with this dude?
Wait, maybe we should talk to him first.
Yeah.
If anyone, does anyone need a short rest?
No.
I'm fine.
On off, does he need a short rest?
He's pretty beat up.
Yeah, he'll take a short rest.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Catnap, because that allows us to take a short rest in 10 minutes.
That's cool.
So me and On Off are gonna take a short rest.
Okay.
I'll take a short rest too. Get my beasts back.
Yeah. Hey, 3 of us, and it's perfect because 3 of us can do it. So, oh, do you have any healing that you're gonna use up before you sleep? Well, you get anything? I mean, you won't get anything back though, will you?
No.
No.
Spell's back. Those beasts. Need a D8.
Mentally, you feel the airship slow as it on its descending route. Goosefire comes down and tells you that he's gonna hop off ship for a moment, talk to some people. He'll be back in an hour.
Sounds good. Here, you want to take an earring?
He goes, yeah, sure.
I'll offer him mine.
Okay. He takes it, puts it on. He goes in, grabs like a cloak to kind of cover his face, and he leaves. You guys sit there. I mean, I don't know if you had to cast Catnap, because like he's gonna be an hour. We have a short rest anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
He goes out. He comes back an hour later. He's like, "Got no trouble or anything. I got a place. I had to give him about 15 of that platinum that we found on Val, but we got a place at least for 2 days. So
Worth it.
Okay. Good job.
the sun's about ready to come up here in about a couple hours. So if you can get parked there before the sun rises and the docks get pretty busy, I think we'll be pretty.
Should we do our interrogation before we head out?
Because don't you think we want to find a safe location first before we?
I mean, it's pretty much safe, right? We got a soundproof bubble.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 24 hours with this fool. With the spell, anyway.
So let's talk about this this fuel, right? We need this stone thing that's charged with an elemental.
Yeah, it's said. Yeah. Generally, they come exported from Zalargo.
What are the odds of purchasing something in this general area that we're in?
It's a general area. I don't know about high, but it's probably possible. If we're trying to buy this stuff that's not, and it's like we're trying to buy this outside of strictly legal means, that means like normally the government is the one that like has to import this stuff because it's strict trade between Zalargo and Breland, it's going to be black market for sure. So it's probably going to be expensive, and especially if we're going to find it within 24 hours, it's going to be even more expensive.
Alright, so our options are find fuel or find a more permanent place to keep this. What are we looking at financially?
Not too great.
Yeah.
Well, why do we don't need the ship right away, do we?
Not really. It's just we have it. I think. Anyone opposed? Just finding a place to park this?
Yeah, let's just park it.
Fine.
Because how much do we have?
Left in the tank?
Well, no, how much liquid assets do we have
Oh,
available?
I have 10,000 gold cash. And we have some things we could
Yeah.
sell.
The guy I just bought this from, I think for about 2,500, we could just buy this parking space.
Yeah, but isn't the ship like? Don't they know what it looks like and they'll be looking for it?
Yeah, that's the beautiful part about this parking space. It's covered and locked.
Oh.
It's built into the cave system beneath that the Sharn is on top of. So like there's like huge cliffs, and then there's like all the docks below. All along the cliffs there's like kind of like shanty towns and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's all intermingled with dock stuff. So like this parking space is inside the cliff area, and it's completely enclosed and able to be locked, like a storage container, pretty much. It's like a dry dock where they would like normally lift up a boat and like transport it and keep it there over the winter if they're not going to use it anymore.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He kind of gives that a sigh. Fine, okay. I'll go talk to him. You can give me the cash.
Yeah, you want it now?
You get the on-off for some reason.
Alright, so once we get this thing parked, we're gonna get horny for those teleportation circles, right?
That's the plan, yeah.
Alright.
The next couple hours, Goosefire goes, does his thing, greases some palms, talks to some people, gives him 2,500. He gets an address. You guys go down to kind of dock it. You take it down into the waters on a dock. Transport has been arranged, like a cart system. They kind of drag the boat out from the water onto like a lifting platform. Is able to get it out of the water and kind of strap it up. You guys kind of walk along the boat as they kind of they go up from the ground, like sea level, wind up and in and back and through all of these, like this cave network, until finally you find this large, like, just series of tunnels and chambers where it's just differently sized parts of like storage that people have bought. You get 11395. They go up. There's a couple of padlocks. You're all given like these weird tumbler-looking keys. You all put the keys in at the same time and turn them, and you open it, and there's just a large space. The boat is backed up, still in the cart. Put in, make sure it's all right. Close it. You have to put your keys in and lock it, and then it's all safe.
Cool.
Yay, we parked the boat.
So, level up!
Dun, 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 dun.
Now that you guys have the keys in the storage facility, you can do the interrogation here. What do you want to do with Val? You guys are kind of left alone after they park the boat. You can go back in, do it inside the storage facility, Do it somewhere else? Where do you want to go?
Yeah. That would be a good time to do that.
Yeah, I'd say we do it here. I rifle through everyone's stuff and try to get the most like torture implement looking things from all the various toolkits and things that people have. Any
A nice collection of weird things. I can find them.
There are sturges, caltrops.
all that fun stuff.
Thanks. Oh man, dude. I don't know all this shit.
It was just pages and pages of crap.
I know. No, I did. For some reason, they were separate from his character sheet. I've got good berries, health potions, fancy weapons, rope oil, caltrips, tiny critters, acid, tinkerbox, peanut butter, scary spider, poisonous spider, zoo smell. No, that's 200-foot rope. That's what it is. 5 gallons of tar, a gallon. Just a whole bunch of weird shit.
Yeah, setting the stage to like, if we have any tarps or hides, I want to like spread them out. I'm gonna try to make it look like a Dexter kind of kill room.
I think Goosefire definitely keeps tarps on his sex stealth airship.
Alright, so just all the cliche things you see in any torture scene from any movie.
And the lights down real low, and just a spotlight. Hello? You still there?
Yeah,
I think I
yeah.
lost you for-
We're good.
Yeah, so you go to grab Val.
Who's intimidating? Because I'm not that intimidating. Who gonna lead this? I mean, I guess I can. It's gonna get so off the rails so quick if I do this, though.
Let me start it and then you can chime in if you want.
Okay. We ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him, and I'm just gonna say, asshole.
Okay. He's in the jacuzzi. Glitter still hasn't moved, still sitting there watching you guys open the door, and he gives a nod. You stand over the dry jacuzzi and just say, asshole. And he's healing word, and his eyes kind of flutter open. As I imagine he's in a weird, like, position. Like, he's mummied up in, like, weird position. Like, somebody just threw him into the jacuzzi. He's, like, the deepest part. So he's, like, head at a weird angle. He's got drool and blood. Good morning.
I plug his nose and I start pouring my water skin down his gullet.
Okay.
I just keep pouring.
Good morning. Oh, good water. Oh, it tastes good. You have any bacon? Like eggs? I like coffee in the mornings, but I guess water's okay. Also, I gotta tell you, your bed sucks.
I slap him and just say, "Shut the hell up."
Wow.
Alright, listen up.
I leave the room when Val said he didn't like water.
This is how this is gonna go. We're gonna ask you questions, you're gonna answer.
You smell real pretty. What kind of mouthwash do you
I
use?
slap him.
Smack.
None of that bullshit.
You eat bullshit for breakfast? That's
Slap
what you use
him.
to rinse your with?
Alright, who are you working with?
Yeah, she's, weighs about 600 pounds. She's ugly, just the ugliest fat old dwarf I ever met. She's got just the biggest booty. Yeah, I've still fucked her a couple times. Sound familiar?
What's her
Oh,
name?
man. Your mom?
Give me a name.
Your mom! Your mother! Fuck you! Oh!
I slap him.
Smack. He just kind of rolls his eyes. Listen, just so we don't waste each other's time here. I've been in this situation a lot. You can smack me around all you want. I've lost teeth, I've lost hands, I've lost digits. The cool thing about the wonderful world we live in is that we can just sew it back on. Do your worst.
I come out with like 2 big jugs of water and a big old board that I took from out of Goosefire's bed, and I like park it up under him. I put a washcloth over his face. And I just start pouring water over his face.
Okay. His eyes do get a little afraid when you start doing this. I guess I'll have him roll con saves.
I do like an intimidation.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
He passes out immediately.
Hell yeah. That's a 19 for intimidation.
He looks a little scared. He passes out immediately. Like, you start doing it, he loses breath, panics, and just passes out.
I think
Take
when
a
he
watch so he can take a big breath, and he's just snoring.
wakes up, I think that worked. Right? Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so we gotta be really pointed with our questions here. What's our first question?
Well, we pretty much know he's working with the Warforged, but maybe we don't know how they communicate or how we contact them, where he gets his orders, or something like that.
Yeah, just find the chain of command, whoever he directly works with. So who's talking about that 500-pound person? Was that actually a character, or is he just being a jackass?
So are we casting something on him, or we're just questioning him at this point?
We're still just questioning him. We gotta wake him up. Alright, I slap him awake.
And smack, smack, smack. He vomits out some water. He squirms a little bit. His eyes are like bloodshot. He's a little pale. I don't think I'm thirsty anymore.
We were talking and he just kind of passed out there. I thought we were tracking, but okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I must I must have drank too much. Sorry.
I mean, there's plenty more. I mean, don't worry about that. So we were curious about your method, how you do your business, who the people you directly work with and communicate with.
You're curious about who I work with.
Yeah, I thought you could elaborate, fill in the dots
could.
for us.
But how does this benefit me? I mean, what, are you gonna kill me?
If you're not willing to help us, yeah,
Who's gonna kill
that's
me?
probably easiest. But if you're able to give us some helpful information, I don't see why we couldn't build a long-lasting, positive working relationship.
Elaborate.
We know that you work with a lot of high-profile Warforged, and we're under the impression that they're all kind of working under one central commanding person, and we just want to know the ins and outs of those relationships. And since you are acquainted with a lot of them, we thought maybe you could work a little magic on both sides. And we'd be willing to pay you, obviously. But that's down the road. We don't need to talk about that right now.
I think we need to talk about it right now. I think we need to talk about payment pretty quick, because that's gonna go. However, that's gonna kind of mediate how the next maybe 20 minutes of my life or your time are gonna go. So.
Who are your coworkers? Tell me about
What
it.
do you give me?
Quincy's the money man around here.
Well, we'd have to probably drop a contract. Have our paperwork guy on that. But it would be on a probably per term basis. Probably on a monthly basis.
What if I wanted something other than gold?
And what would that be?
I'm partial to women and investment opportunities and houses. And, this is a mighty fine airship. Guy like me who's traveling and gets kind of sick of the road, flying in style. That's the way to travel.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I also like information. That's a good resource. From what some of my friends tell me is you all aren't just patriots of the British government. There may be some opportunities that you could gather information that maybe somebody like me wouldn't be able to. Or not, I can just sit here and piss myself while you just drown me again.
Alright, I think we should let him sit there and huddle up outside the room and
Yeah,
discuss for
yeah.
a second.
Sounds good.
So, as you guys huddle up and man go outside to take the glitter, stands up and looks back to you guys and says, "You mind if I have a my own little talk with him as you guys are outside.
It's fine with me.
Please do.
Can I borrow that hammer?
Oh,
The tool bag you got in here?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I just get that little claw hammer? Thank you. He, with his one arm, he's holding the claw hammer and he's eyeing the nail part that you get the nail out. He looks back at Val, who's I'll keep it quiet. So he shuts the door behind you guys.
So, Val might think that Goosefire instructed him to start ties with the Warforged. I think he might be able to get Goosefire to talk to him and figure out that he never gave that order. Maybe they can establish some other contract then.
Wait, can you say that again?
Like, we caught Val working with the Warforged, but he seems to think that Goosefire told him to do all that.
Oh, yeah.
Really, with that other dude.
Yeah. So what was he getting from Goosefire, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, he must have been getting paid. We tell him that deal no longer exists. Like, dude,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Um,
Any other thoughts before we take Goosefire in there?
we have the estate that we're not really doing anything with.
The what?
Estate.
We're not giving him anything though. Like, clearly he's just backstabbed every single person he's ever worked with, except the Warforged.
As you say that, there is a slew of curses. I'm gonna turn you into forks when I get it. Oh god! Ah! There's a sound from behind the door, and then there's just like a groan from the other side, and just a wet cough. It's like,
Oof. Okay, so we want to head back into the room with Goosefire. Is that the plan?
I suppose. I don't know that he's gonna give up any information voluntarily. We may just need to pull out the big guns and cast the spells.
Okay. If I'm gonna do this, what's that command gonna be?
I don't think we could expect any success beyond him just giving us all the information that he has. So, if we send him off to act as a double agent under Gaius, he would find a way to free himself.
Yeah. I mean, I that's why I was trying to avoid even using it in the first place, because I wanted to see if there's a chance that we can negotiate with him. Because if he doesn't think he's getting something out of it, there's no way he's gonna do us any favors. Like you said, he's gonna try to find a breakaway out of it if he can. So yeah, we could just I'll tell him to tell us everything he knows. Sound good?
Probably use better wording than that.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, help us understand everything we want to know about the Warforged and your working relationship with them.
Yeah, that's good. Alright.
So you want to try Goosefire first, and then use the spell? Doesn't work?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll, if we're doing the spell, I'll do Bane first, and you do your thing.
And then I'll do Gaze last.
What does the Bane do?
It's a D4 minus his
Oh, wow.
whatever saving throw.
Yeah, this won't work.
Maybe. We shall see. Okay, so we go get Goosefire and we bring him into the room with Val and Glitter.
As Goose is coming down, he goes, "So what do you want me to do?"
Just talk to Val about what your working relationship was. And Alan, what did you want him to do?
Tell him that he never gave instruction to work with the Warforged. That was somebody else who gave that order.
Goose nods. He goes, but I mean, why would he? He doesn't seem like an honor-bound man. Even if he did make a deal with me, like, I don't know. I can try.
Let's just see what we can find out. I don't think we're gonna make any groundbreaking deals here.
Okay. Let's try. He
Okay.
cracks his knuckles and goes, "I want to punch him though.
Oh,
Can I punch him?"
yeah, please do.
So, hey, Alan. Goosefire says as he's outside the door.
Yes, sir.
So I've never. I haven't really. I don't know how to punch someone. Can you show me real quick so I don't look like a fool?
Make a fist, square up, and you want to bend the wrist. The wrist to be straight.
Right. Because I was thinking I was going to tuck my thumb underneath the fingers, like this, so it'd be like a beak, and then I like hit him from top. I feel like that would hurt more.
Unless you want that thumb broken, do not tuck the thumb underneath. You want it straight on, middle two knuckles, in and out.
Okay, he tries a couple times. Okay. I'll try not to knock him out.
You'll do fine.
The door opens, and you see kind of a grisly scene. Val Valentine has his mouth up and open, and it's just blood is oozing from his open mouth as he's kind of choking, just as Glitter is over him and has the nail, the part of the hammer that you would use to get a nail out of wood. He has that underneath his front tooth, like in between the two prongs, and he's slowly twisting it. It looks like he's already taken out like one tooth here, and now he's working on this one. And there's just this sickening, right as he's he comes up, and there's just like a broken front tooth, just meat hanging out. Glitter shakes, wipes his hand on the side of the jacuzzi. He goes, you think about this the next time you come back behind somebody and stab them when they're not looking. You look at people in the eye when you're gonna whack. Get me? And the Val's just like, spitting out blood. My mom had a stove that looked like you once. I'm gonna melt you down into a cock ring. That's not his voice. That's not enough. Why do I have so one off? I'm gonna melt you down into a cock ring. Glitter steps away, picks the hammer up. He takes the two teeth. He goes, "You mind if I take these?"
As long as you don't clone 2 more of them.
Puts it into a little belt pouch. Gets to the back. Just kind of leans with his one arm. And just watches. Val is sitting there. He's just like bloody and yeah. He keeps kind of looking nervously at the hammer, trying to keep his cool. But he has a little bit of a lisp now. as you guys approach, he goes, how can I help you, gentlemen?
We were just curious about your relationship with Goosefire and who you thought Goosefire was.
Sound from behind you. This Goosefire just jumps into this jacuzzi like downwards and tries to punch him. I think he misses and just kind of like graces his cheekbone, just like hits like this, like a rapid punch. Ah! Misses and like it hits and graces off his cheekbone. He goes, ah, ow, oh, you hit my sinus. Ah. He sneezes and blood comes out. He looks up to Alan and gives a thumbs up. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go. You were saying.
At what point did you realize that this wasn't the Goosefire that you've been dealing with for the past couple months?
You ask him that?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. He looks the same. He's got the same stupid hair. Dresses like a jackass. He's the same to me.
But there was a point where you were working for him, and then he started to do some like whack shit, like, you know, dissolving bodies or whatever.
Oh, that was my idea.
No, that's kind of fucked up.
It was the best thing to happen. People were dying. Bodies were there. You had to get rid of the bodies. Look, I've gotten rid of a few bodies, okay? I think I know what I'm doing.
Are you aware of the other creatures and magics that were causing those deaths?
Like cows or something? I don't know. Don't like cows kill 3,000 people a year? Is that hippos? I get confused.
There was a whole operation of devils and demons that were picking things apart down there.
I guess it smelled a little weird down there, but I don't know. That's not really any of my business. I was told to find a solution. I guess things got a little heated. Maybe about a couple of months in, but I mean, I get told to do something, and I do it. I was making a lot of money on both sides. No offense, Goose. Goose just shrugs because I have no idea what you're talking about. Still no offense. None taken? Good. He's just, Goose looks up, just exasperated. He's like, I do not understand what's coming out of this man's mouth.
Val, the items that you provided to the Warforged, was that, was Goosefire aware of that? Or is that something you did on your own for profit?
If I tell you, will you let me go?
It'll be a start.
How many questions do I have to answer for you to cut these fucking ropes free?
Well, you just attempted to murder Mr. Goosefire here. I don't know if it's that straightforward.
It was a friendly murder. It was nothing personal.
Neither is the situation here that we find ourselves in.
If it's gonna start, I guess. No, it wasn't a side operation. I made the connection between some of the Warforged and with Mr. Goose here. I introduced them, married the happy couple together, got profits from both ends, became a rich man.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Yeah, defo.
Where my thing is.
Yeah, mine's not good. I hope yours is.
Where my dice is at?
Nat 20.
Woo!
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Things were really easy at the beginning. I was making a lot of money, and then fucking this asshole hired some help for me. They just were the pits. I mean, there was the little girl. She wasn't even hot. She just like talked about money all the time and the money that we're spending. And then they hired the big fella, and he just would not stop about how stealing's bad and don't kill people and they were terrible.
At what point did he receive the bionic blessings, shall we say? The modifications?
Oh, Goose here told me as soon as I entered the building. I came in, dropped you guys off. I got a page from Goose. Don't take Zolhart to a meeting room. And that's the last time I saw him. And then he came out as a flathead, which is great. He listened a lot better.
How often are you encountering these flatheads?
I've only seen a couple dozen myself. That alleyway, that was a lot of them. That's probably the most I've seen together. Those yellow eyes were really, really strange. Kind of spooky.
So, we can assume that that's part of the Warforged operation, no?
I don't know. I assume so. Duchess never said anything about it, so just keep me in the dark. She always keeps me in the dark. I think she has a crush on me. I think I might have a crush on her, actually. Something about the cold, dead eyes.
Here's the thing. The workers are overrunning us, and we can't tolerate any continued cooperation between you and the Warforged. So I need to hear good reason why we shouldn't end right here.
I'm a good painter. I give out my blessings and make a lot of women happy. I probably have just dozens of illegitimate children. You want them to grow up fatherless. I have a winning smile. I can pinpoint a silverware drawer in any house that I come in without opening the drawer. Just a weird thing.
Forgive me for interrupting this, but Goosefire, at what point was what Mr. Valentine describes here your idea?
I mean, I initially hired him. He answered the call after you guys left. I needed another advance party. I needed somebody who was tough, knew their way around some back streets, could hold their own in a fight. So I hired him. He was one of the first ones to apply.
And he was bringing you news or offer of cooperation with the Warforged?
No. I hired him. Maybe worked for me maybe for like a week, and then all the shit happened.
So you were sealed away by Kwesnev before any of this really got started.
He nods his head. Wait, who the hell was that?
The demon that was impersonating Mr. Goosefire here.
Turned him to stone for months.
I think you guys read too many of those fiction novels. Make your brain all soupy and paranoid. You gotta keep sharp. Me, personally, I don't read at all.
That's a good idea. So you basically just don't give a shit that, like...
I cast Stone Skin on him.
Why? Just cause?
Just make him like stone.
Okay. Oh, real weird. I think I'm hard. Am I? I can't tell. My tooth doesn't hurt anymore. I don't think I'm bleeding.
Should we do the damn thing? We got any more questions? You're swinging first, right, Quincy?
So we need to find out more about the Warforged and who he's dealing with and what he's doing. So we know that you're well acquainted with Duchess. What other officers do you know?
Oh, I've met a few of them. There's Duchess, and then there's the other one with the spear. He's real weird. The big one. And, I never really see the LOB himself. He's been really, I don't know, no direct communication. It's all been, illusions or messages, and yeah, I wanted to talk to him. Maybe I could get a raise once, and that was met with difficulty. Couldn't really talk to him. Nobody really let me anywhere close to him. They said he was doing important things, but I don't know. You couldn't see me, so apparently it must have been super important.
And what exactly is the nature of your dealing with these officers?
Oh, they give me money to supply them with weapons. Did you not get that?
Well, you seem to have quite the familial connection with them, if they would go so far as to follow you here with their support.
Well, I'm one of the only contacts that's able to get him in and out of Shard, which is pretty cool.
Wait, you were able to
I'm not
get.
hearing a lot of reason to keep this guy alive.
If you kill me, they won't be able to get into Shard anymore, so. Wait, take that. No, that's bad. No, scratch that one.
So you're taking the officers in and out of Sharn?
Not personally, but I set it up. Look. Okay, so.
Here's what we do. We can use this to set up an ambush. I don't know if we're equipped to do that right now, but if we can control where they're going to be and how they're going to be moving.
No, come on. Come on, guys, come on. No. They're gonna stop paying me if I do that. I don't want to ambush them. Come on.
I don't really think you're in a position to bargain here, buddy.
Well, here's
I'm always in a position to bargain and complain. These ropes are far too tight.
I tightened the ropes.
What?
I tightened the ropes.
Oh, that's very rude.
Here's the thing, Mr. Valentine. The supply chain has been interrupted. There will be no more items produced from that facility. I don't know how you expect to continue conducting business anyway.
You see him kind of like counts up like in his head a little bit. So you're saying that there's gonna be no more of the weapons that I promised them.
Yeah, notice how like the whole building just like fell to the ground.
I don't know. I'm not paid to see things like that. I'm paid to put my ear to the ground and listen to the vibe of the city, okay? I don't understand why you're being so rude. I'd be perfectly pleasant. Although you might have a point. I don't really have weapons to supply and back it up anymore. But look, I cannot set you up. Like, there's no way I can take you back to wherever they were. Like, wherever their base was, or back to Makanis, or whatever. There's no way. I go back there, I tell them I'm not able to do the thing that's keeping me alive for them. They're gonna kill me. And everybody I'm with. And as a matter of fact, if they see me ever again, they might kill me because they know that you took me.
Yeah, there's that too.
So really, you're just kind of useless to us.
I'm useful. I can work the alphabet. I'm a good gardener.
Do you know of any, you don't have any secret stashes of weapons that the old Goosefire was hiding in somewhere else or anything?
There might be a cache somewhere, yes. But if you kill me, you won't know where it is. Boom, done. Deal.
That could be our ambush.
Yeah. Well, from my perspective, Mr. Valentine, your old operation is gone. It's dead. It's been blown up by the same devil that set it up in the first place and had taken the personage of Mr. Goosefire here. So we all need to move past this. Now, there may be opportunity to create new business ventures here, but we first have to all realize that the old one is dead.
Fine. I guess the days of milk and whatever bread, milk, is that the saying? The days of money, milk and money, that's it. The days of milk and money are done. So, don't kill me, please.
Well, you see, we still find ourselves in a bit of a difficult situation here, given the poor choice you've just made an hour or so ago to bite the hand that feeds, so to speak.
You haven't fed me anything. I am actually kind of hungry, though. Not thirsty. I don't need any more water.
The Warforged that came with you, Duchess, and your little squadron of flatheads.
It was Sovereign. It's the yellow eyes, so you can tell it's him.
Right. What were your arrangements with them that they accompanied you? What was the mission? Why did you come here?
They wanted me to like check up on the pact now that apparently the production facility had gone exploding. They wanted me to check on what information I could gather, why it happened, we can keep the supply chain, and if something was wrong, they told me to kill it.
And how much did they offer you for that job?
Well, all in all, they did offer me it was the throne. It was King Bornell's throne. Okay, they were gonna give it to me, and I was gonna put it in my house, and it would be great. You just fucking wanted it, okay? The only way you can get a throne, a real one.
Would that have made you king as well?
No, idiot.
I was just asking. Sorry.
Crown.
You'd need both, right? Obviously. What if you have the crown without the throne?
I don't think that makes you a king.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's quite the bargaining chip. You still have this?
The throne?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I look at Quincy, like dramatically. Alright, what are we doing with this guy?
I really think we should off him. He's only gonna betray us at some point, and we really can't give more help to enemy.
Well,
Wait. Dude, please don't kill me. Don't kill me. I can do something for you, and I promise you I won't betray you.
Think you swear?
Yeah.
well, Mr. Valentine, the problem that we're facing right now is that the Warforged have quite a bit more resources than we currently do. And you don't really seem to care what ends we're moving towards if you continue to support them. So there's nothing to say that you wouldn't just take a nice hefty payment from them to betray us again.
Well, what if we make something more permanent?
What do you have in mind?
Well, I have been to Mechonis before. If you pay me enough, you let me keep my throne. It's what I want. Can't have it. I don't want your mitts on it. It's pristine. Collector's edition. Perfect. Okay. I want his crown too. So if we can go in, and if like your goal is to go into Broken Blade Castle, right? You're gonna like take all of it and like happy day, kill all the fucking toaster heads and shit. No offense, Glitter. Actually, no. Fuck you. Full offense. Give me the crown. If we go there, and then I'll be king or whatever. But like, you know, I won't betray you on the way because I'm looking for the crown. Okay.
How long does gas last?
30 days.
Oh, it's not long.
I think we just do our little magic trick and then we call it a night.
We could send him to go manage our farm for 30 days. Just to,
true.
just to keep him busy.
That's absolutely true.
And then we can,
I
like-
think that's what should happen.
If we ever want him to.
Hate every fucking minute of it. You have to like actually work.
Oh yeah.
That sounds really good.
And then if we need his connection to Broken Blade, then we can call him for that.
Okay. That works for me.
I mean, we can't let him go.
I mean, if it doesn't work, we kill him. Out of character.
But if we could set up an ambush for Duchess, like that would be huge if we could eliminate her.
Look, I can't. They're not like people. These like generals. These four hands or whatever the Lord of Blades calls them. They're not like people. They don't need places to like sleep and like eat and stuff. It's not like they have places that they stay. Fucking Duchess just climbs around roofs all fucking day. She's everywhere. There's no place to ambush Duchess.
You've
I was
never
like, God,
you've never had a meeting with her?
I have meetings when they're always in different places. She contacts me. There was the last cache that hasn't been picked up.
We could try and set a trap. Use ourselves as bait.
If I call them, they're not going to come.
If we use ourselves
Just tell them
as
you-
bait.
Just tell them the supply is gone, but you have one last deal you can make or whatever.
But they saw you kidnap me.
That's true. That's a good point, Val.
Yeah,
They're not going to show up.
he doesn't have any cover with them anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's blown.
I'll tell you what really gets Duchess's valves oiled, though, is you guys. Seems like old Daddy Blades has a special reward cut out for whoever who can take you four fuckers down.
Yeah, well, we already knew that.
Yeah. The hard part is, if they had a bead on us, they're always going to send far more forces than we would be able to deal with. Just like they did this time. I'm perfectly willing to use our lives as bait to draw them in, but we would have to come up with some guarantee that we could deal with the response.
Well, personality-wise, Duchess and Sovereign are complete opposites. Duchess will research where she's going to be for months ahead of time. She will wait there for hours, scoping it out without moving. Only if she's 130% certain will she move in. Sovereign has resources to burn, so if he finds something, he just fucking sends as much as he can there, and if they all die, he doesn't care, because he's off somewhere just flying and floating and lazing around like he always does.
There may be value for you yet as a consultant of sorts, seeing as how you have such intimate knowledge of how these officers work.
Warden's an asshole. I don't like him. Bishop has got all the weird religion shit that they're all super about, and I just don't get it.
Bishop's dead.
Oh, good. Fuck it. Maybe he's gonna rust in robot hell.
Anyway,
Fuck you.
tell us about what you can about this religion. What have you heard them say? What do they do?
Oh, I don't know what they do, but there's weird, creepy things that follow them around sometimes, and I don't know. they're not warforged, but they're like they like are reverent towards these weird things.
Towards what exactly?
Man, I don't know. Some of them are tall, most of them are really tiny. The tall ones are scary.
Are you talking about Warforged?
No, that's what I just said. Keep up.
If
They're not. They're, like, they don't. Like, they have eyes, but there's, like, no, like, face. They, like, fly, and there's, like, a whole bunch of weird, like, energy around them and shit. And there's the small ones, and they have weird, different, many faces, or maybe just one face. And I don't know.
And these are
We
the
still have the Motron or no?
What?
We still have the little Motron?
Usador did.
so
You go.
these
What
are the
they-
these are the creatures that the Warforged are have their religion around.
Yeah, I guess they're like they're treated like with reverence. I guess that's the word. I don't know what the small ones are called, but the big ones, the big super fucking scary ones. What was the name? Spaghettibles. Devil. Not one devils. That's the other one. That's the one you were talking about. That's I always slip into fucking off. That's not the one I was talking about. Inevitables. They were called inevitables.
Inevitables. Something like that. Does the term Modron mean anything to you?
No. No drum. Look, I gave you a lot of information. You're not gonna kill me, right? And he's just like welling up, like there's blood. He smiles, and he's just like missing one big fucking front tooth and one tooth right here. There it is, there's the smile. Always seal the deal with the smile.
How are you with consistent manual labor?
I'm gonna say that's a lot of big words he said. I don't like the labor part. I can do manual. Woman mule is usually what I go for, but I guess I can go both sides.
Alley-oop.
Do it.
We need Attila.
Attila who?
We have fields that need Attila.
I mean, I've done my fair share of plowing.
Cast Bane on him.
What are you doing?
Shooting fun. He's just like, that's good. Bang.
And I'm casting Bestow Curse to give him disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw against the curse.
What's the damn joke against the curse? With the D4. Oh, it's a natural one.
All right. Then I'm gonna cast Gaius on him.
Who's the gayest? Who's the gayest?
Who's the Gaius? Who's the Gaius?
You the gas?
So he's got
Who's
disadvantage and the
Who's the
-4
gayest?
minus.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
For Gaius. That's a 2.
Nice.
That's it.
And so with the 2, that's a 9. And he failed the Gaius.
Okay. Hey, bud.
Ow, my head hurts.
You're gonna make our farm the most productive, beautiful, verdant, like clockwork producing farm that Sharn's ever seen. Zalargo's ever seen. You're gonna tend the fields.
Yeah.
You're gonna maintain the buildings.
Plant our lunar fruits.
You're gonna plant
and bring the lunar fruits to harvest.
Oh, the fruits.
And the grapes.
Oh, it hurts my mouth. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Because if I don't, it hurts my brain.
So you'll be riding with us. We'll take you over there.
Great. I'll start setting my sleep schedule to wake up at 4 a.m. Speaking of which, it's about 5 p.m. right now. I should be getting to bed. I got a lot to do and expenses to manage.
I start untying him.
You what?
I start untying him.
Untying him? Okay, you untie him. He releases, he stands up, he's just holding his head. He's like, okay. I'm gonna go read a book about farming. Actually, I can't read. Can somebody read it to me?
I agree to read a new book.
Okay. Let's go to a used bookstore. Let's go to a bookstore. So I can get some books on farming. And you go with a gagging Val Valentine's that you just put in charge of your farm. And you guys leave the storage facility. It's not like 5 p.m. It's like super early morning. Oh, like 9, 10 o'clock. For the interrogation done, didn't kill Val Valentine. Got some sort of important information about it. You got a place to store your airship. Val and Alan Greenspan are going to get a bookstore to get some books on farming. So what's everybody else doing in Sharn?
Well, the next big thing is to get to the Dark Lantern headquarters, but we should probably also talk to Goosefire about what he's going to do now that the authorities are probably interested in speaking with him after that disaster.
I think this is probably a good place to stop for tonight, just because it is kind of late. So I wanted to know what to expect next time.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for playing. It's a game.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, thanks, man.
See ya.